Today, I'm going to talk to you about the new criticism lens, which is a more modern version of the formalist lens. This lens is a part of basic literary theory. Literary theory is a way to look at literature to analyze its properties. With literary theory, we can further understand the literature that we read. By definition, the new criticism lens is a way to look at literature based on the idea of art for art's sake, or closely reading a piece of literature for what it is, not for who the author is or how it makes the reader feel. A common example of this lens comes from reading Romeo and Juliet. Instead of reading it like one of Shakespeare's classic tragedies, we can further our understanding of the tragedy by closely inspecting the text and not letting the author influence or taint our mindset on the tragedy. A few characteristics of this lens is inspecting the text metaphors, theme, imagery, and setting. These few inspections on the text can not only help us understand the text, but it can also prevent the use of common fallacies used among other theories. Two common fallacies among theories are the intentional fallacy and the effective fallacy. The intentional fallacy states that we cannot know the author's reason for the text unless we ask them ourselves. The effective fallacy states that we should not let our own emotions interfere with analyzing the text. Two common examples of the use of this lens comes from two novels. From the novel Where the Red Fern Grows, this lens does not take into consideration how the novel may sadden the reader, but strictly analyzes the text in a deeper reading. From the novel Uncle Tom's Cabin, this lens does not consider the anti-slavery meaning from the author, but rather analyzes the theme and setting of the novel to make its own decision. There are various questions that you may consider while using this lens, such as, how are the various parts of the work interconnected? And how does the work use imagery to develop its own symbols? By asking these questions along with other questions, the critic may develop a better understanding of the literature itself without considering the author or the critic's feelings.